Hi everyone, Jan King here with Sprinkles, and well, things are really picking up, and I'll tell you what, this lunar eclipse full moon comes Friday, along with Mercury retrograde, which comes in a couple hours from now, probably around 10 o'clock on the West Coast and 1 a.m. on the East Coast. Oh, are you ready? I'm not. Life is changing, if you have not noticed. Right, Sprinkles?
Yes, I've noticed.
Yeah. So where are you right now? Are you clinging to the past as usual? Or are you ready to regroup and then take a leap when the timing is right on? Because it's not right on yet, but it will be, and that's your choice. Because you could stay back in the old stuff, or you can just, what should I say, take that leap and get yourself out of the old, that harangue that you foment from other people's beliefs and thoughts. Have you even thought about the truth? Have you, Sprinkles, thought about the truth?
Well, yes, I've just been so overwhelmed with truth stuff. But yeah, if I may, I'd like to say, I feel like it's, I'm doing the regular speed limit, and it tells me to move over to the right and slow down a bit. Mm-hmm. I'm slowly applying brakes to make sure I'm not going to whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I think it's all about, we have to quiet ourselves. I mean, most of the time I think I feel that I can do that, but then there are times when the phone's ringing, you're doing work online, you're doing this, you're running here, you're running there. How could you find time for this? You have to make the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And only when you calm your mind, that's when we see the reality of all that's going on. And, as the world is today and how everyone is acting out, and wow, I don't even know what to say about it, because I think, when was the last time you really just listened to your heart instead of listening to everybody else?
Right.
And so it's about seeing what is truly there, not the illusion, okay? Because we're all looking at illusion right now, unless you're really being quiet and bringing in the truth. And why am I saying this? Well, because this full moon lunar eclipse, which is in Aquarius, is telling you to take off your blinders and see what's staring you down. And that way you'll see the truth. In the meantime, it comes in on Friday, July 27th, around 1:20 in the afternoon Eastern time and 10:20 Pacific time. And over there in the England area, over in the United Kingdom, around 5:20 in the afternoon. So it's at 4 degrees, 44 minutes, which as I said in my blog, 444 is an angel number that is about intuitive powers and protection from the angels. Mm-hmm. So I think that's sort of interesting.
Yeah.
that it comes in at that time. So we'll see what happens with that. In the meantime, the sun is in Leo with the North Node, which opposes the full moon. And in the meantime, guess what? Mars, our favorite motivator, our favorite energetic, our favorite warrior, yes, is retrograde. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. And I don't think he likes to be retrograde. Retrograde means he's sort of going backwards, but he isn't. So meaning he's just regrouping a little bit. Yeah. And the South Node is also in Aquarius, like Mars and the full moon. So I know you want to hear that, right? Not. And all this energy is about you releasing any old stuff that keeps hanging on and hanging on. And guess what? If you allow it to go, you'll be surprised at what comes in.
Yes.
Right?
I've actually been sensing that, because it's like, okay, I'm not doing a lot of what I did before, and I'm trying something new, but I'm also getting, again, like putting on the brakes just to slow down.
Yes. Yes.
Going. So it's almost as if it's saying, okay, this is how it's going to be. You're not going to do that no more. You're going to do this. And you're like, huh? But you're slowly creeping along, because you're not exactly even sure where you want to go and if it's good for you or if it's not.
That's correct. And a lot of things with the Mars energy. Yes, there I go. I'm not even saying Mars. It's March. Why does it say March? Okay. Anyway, Mars energy retrograde. It's also about controlling that reaction. Every time somebody says something and you go, oh, forget about it. I'm going to say what I want to say. No, you don't react. You just cool it, chill out. And let that masculine energy, and let it be positive, to be the motivator, instead of bringing out that. Well, you can bring out the repressed anger and get rid of it, but the thing is, most don't get rid of it. They just bring out that anger and the violence.
Yes.
So, and that's the negative part of the whole Mars retrograde, sitting with this moon. So we'll see what happens.
Okay, and where is the Mars retrograde, and what sign, Leo?
No, in Aquarius.
Aquarius.
Yes. Yes, it's in Aquarius, right near the. I guess it's not too far from the moon. In fact, it's like I think it's. I'm trying to see here. It's 4 degrees also.
Oh.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's 4 degrees.
So is that sextile in Capricorn?
What's that?
Is that sextile in the sign of Capricorn?
What's in Capricorn? I didn't get that first part.
No, you said it's in Aquarius. I said
yes, it's in Aquarius. Yes, Mars and the South Node and the Moon, the lunar eclipse moon, full moon is in Aquarius. The Sun and the North Node are in Leo, so they're opposing the whole energy that's going on. Okay, so in the meantime, then we have there. Uranus is in Taurus, so squares the sun, the moon, and the nodes. So that's about revolution. Okay, Uranus is always about rebellion, revolution, or different, something so different. So the erratic energy is probably from that too, and the chaos, which is yet to come. We haven't seen anything yet.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding. It doesn't have to be, but I'm not going to say but. That's a bad word.
But a bad word.
I'm going to say it may come, or it may be filtered out or diverted to something. It could be diverted to something better, meaning there could be a radical change. But on the one part of it will be very good. It may not. People out there will hate it.
Yes. Well,
right? They'll hate it. But
yes.
on the one hand, if it's for the best, why not?
Yeah.
Right?
Right. With Mercury retrograde, there's so much talk about the media, fake news, non-fake news, whatever, and it's like all this stuff coming out jumbled, and you want to kind of back away from that a bit so that you can just connect with your inner self, so you know where you are. Do you know what I mean? Because everything out there is being jumbled and combobulated and everything else.
Yeah, well, that's also with Mars. I'll take a look at Mercury in a couple seconds, but even with Mars energy being retrograde, it makes a difference because so many will just jump on the what should I say, the dragon or something. And I'm seeing this. Why the dragon? I don't know where it came from, but anyway, I'm seeing these individuals jumping on the dragon and just shouting out, just like really angry and discombobulated, that kind of stuff, just out of control. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I feel that this chaos has to shift, okay? But on the one hand, if each one of us takes a look at what we're doing from the past, we're all bringing the past into this. And that's what the full moon is trying to say. The lunar eclipse is saying, you know what, stop being in this past place. That's the main part of it. And there's a giant fear there. And I don't know if you feel fear. I don't feel fear. I feel annoyed because I see what's going on around me and I think, get away from me.
Yeah, sort of like you want to say, use your common sense. Yes, that's a good point. Very good. And there's something else that may come out of this Uranus square, this T-square, is that there's some hidden stuff that may come to light, okay? Something that we don't know, and all of a sudden it's in front of us. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I feel that a lot of individuals don't want to know this. This hidden behind the curtain. There's something going on, and it's going to come to light. Yeah.
It's going to come out, and once it does, is the fear going to rise even higher, or is it going to be, how do we deal with this? Mm-hmm. That kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So here's another part before I go on a little bit further. This is a time when I could ask you, have you been following your inspiration, your passion, your heart's desire? Do you even know what it is?
Yes.
Okay. Because sometimes I don't always know what it is.
Well, I don't always, but it kind of comes and hits me. And then it's like, oh yeah, let me do that. And it took, and the thing is, it took so long and forever to get the shows to be live on Facebook. Okay, I went through so many different things, and what I did is I just shut it all down, and then bingo, it tells me this is what you gotta do.
Well, see, and I feel that, I guess I feel that this working together with you, the both of us here, I don't know, from the beginning I felt that it was part of my path. I don't know why. I don't know why. And the reason why I want to do, I don't feel like doing this. I sit down and take notes and do all kinds of stuff. But think about whatever, talk about how you can approach it or something. And really,
you're okay.
I'm gonna just go to the Yankee game tomorrow.
Okay, we really have like these 2 days coming up, some massive changes of these things going on. So, how long will this last, though? Because I get a feeling it's going to last quite a while.
Yes. Well, the thing is, the solar eclipse ago, okay? The solar eclipse, I mean, it was only partial. So, usually solar eclipse lasts like a year. I just want to be probably this month. But then the eclipse, it is. I left until the solar eclipse. So, at least once a month. So, what's that? There's energy. The sun comes through, and it's not major. I don't know at all. You need to open.
I'm just like,
Yes, I agree. I just want such drama. I don't know drama. I was trauma. I watched General Hospital. Which, no, I'm just saying, it just popped in my head because the other day I was doing something and I went to look for something on television and I was flipping through the channel. I wasn't even on. I just went on to look and see if something was on later on. I thought, well, what's on? Oh, and it just happened to say General Hospital. I go, General Hospital. I watched that like 20 years ago. Oh, the line, Sunny. That's what the screen was when it popped on. Oh my God, that's past. We passed. Time. Anyway.
I go ahead and say that there's a big dark cloud, a big cloud coming my way here. So, just in case.
Oh my God, we just had it probably moved on from my house because there was a major cloud over, black as anything, and I thought, I hope
exactly.
It's not going to do anything that I can't talk on radio on the show tonight.
I know what you mean. And now I'm getting a thing that's saying low system resources may affect your audio quality.
Oh.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
That means I don't have enough power in my audio.
Oh my gosh.
Let me, because if that cloud is so thick, I don't know how thick it is, but I can try something here. So let me just see something here. But go ahead, keep going on.
Okay. Well, I'm going to just say this one little thing about Pluto, and then I'm going to talk about Mercury and what's going on with Mercury and being retrograde and stuff. There's a few things that...
Good.
What do you? Okay, is that you?
Yes.
Okay. No, there was some kind of a noise that came through.
Yeah, it was a little ding. I upped my volume, so hopefully it will be better.
It sounded like a train.
Speaking of trains, we've been moving from station to station, and now we're going to the next station. So what do we have to do when we're on a train and the next station is going and you got to get off? You got to prepare and go with the slowing down of the train so you can be at that door. I don't know.
Where did you come from?
They say I'm out of this world.
Did you come off the train?
I think I missed it. No.
Oh my gosh. All right. So along with the full moon and lunar eclipse, in fact, tomorrow, the day before, the moon is in Capricorn and it's right with Pluto, who is the lord of the underworld, of course, in Capricorn.
Yes.
So that is tomorrow before it goes into the Aquarius. later in the day on Friday. I mean, the afternoon. So anyway, so what I'm saying is that this is about fears. So if fears are going to take over you completely, are they? Or will you allow some kind of transformation to take effect? Now, this is before the full moon comes in, okay? There's a lot of rebellious behavior and really like a tyrant type of thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
And also, it's be best to say or do something, to think before you say or do something, okay?
Yes.
Because that's the kind of day it's going to be. And those of you who may prefer the dream state and not reality, truth is going to be, could be revealed,
Mm-hmm.
and you might not feel good about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So just keep that in mind. And I don't want to be negative, but you have to be open to whatever comes to you. Okay, as far as, because the truth is coming out in many places.
Yes,
okay?
it's like tuning a radio for the station. You got all this static beforehand, and you just can't seem to hold that dial right on the part that it makes it clear. So we need to just slowly kind of go, again, it's the feeling of put your brakes on, look at what you got, look at what you got rid of, look at where
yes.
you're at, and look towards what's coming.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Definitely. But cautiously, I would say.
So the main part of this, of everything, is you could stay in your stuck patterns
mm-hmm.
from the past. Mm-hmm. You could live in the past. You could be, it's not saying you can't have reminiscences or memories, or maybe even those from the past may come back into your life for a short time.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what retrograde does. So with Mercury going retrograde, you don't know what's going to happen. But with this Pluto thing too, it's trining the Venus in Virgo, which is very empowering. Mm-hmm. So if you're looking for love, amidst all this chaos, it may just show up.
Oh, really?
Yes. So those who are out there, out there in the world and are, in love or looking for love, you never know. If it's hitting something in your chart, then who knows what's going to happen. It's not a bad thing. It's very good, except you have to get through the chaos or the craziness.
Oh, geez, goodness gracious.
In the meantime, Mercury, okay? Mercury is going retrograde in Leo in a couple, like I said. For you, Sprinkles, it's going to be at 10 o'clock tonight, a little bit, like 10:02. So good luck.
I'm going to bed early.
So it'll be 1 o'clock my time and 10 o'clock your time. So it's not too far off. And so also, if you're feeling anxious or nervous, it's this stationary Mercury retrograde. It's already in the shadow, so it's starting to make us feel like what's going on here again. Mm-hmm. It is. And as usual, as I always say, stay away from making any major decisions leading up to the full moon. So you have some time. If you have to make a decision, don't do it. Even I don't care how many. It doesn't matter. No decisions. And I've had individuals in the past who I've counseled about, for various reasons, whether with Schuster or whether tarot or astrology. I always say, hang back, no decisions, because you're going to have to change them. Well, why can't I do it? What if I take this job? Well, it's not going to last. Is that what you want? If you have to take it, I guess you take it. But the thing is, in most cases, you take a job. That's when you go Mercury's retrograde. $10, it doesn't last. Mm-hmm. Or something changes drastically. Maybe it lasts, but then it becomes something else. So it depends on what you want.
Well, see, all of that, because it's such a mixture, you want to take care. You want to search out your own inner feelings with things, your own
Right.
intuition with things. Put your feelers out there. With keeping what you've done before, put everything on a CD and, you know, bring it back to your computer when you can, and you'll have it. You know, but Mercury retrograde, sometimes I found that I was doing that for quite a while. You know, and I mean, I got CDs that can fill a room. And I found that the recordings that I did, even though it showed it on there, it wasn't on there.
Oh.
So I lost, no, seriously, I lost a lot of stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, what the heck? Because I would play it again.
Right.
And there was nothing on it, and I'm looking, and it doesn't even have, you know, we'll tell you how much room you got left on the disc and stuff, you know, and it's 0. I'm like, why didn't I see that before? But to put all that time and energy in it, it made me think too that, okay, if it's not, I wasn't meant to keep it, so I have to move forward from there.
Yes. Well, if you did that, if you recorded things like that, did you ever notice that Mercury was retrograde at the time?
I didn't. I didn't.
Okay.
I haven't done it at all.
Oh, I know. It's true. And that's why I'm saying right now, we're in the shadow of Mercury retrograde, and I'm surprised. Well, who knows what's going to happen? Is anybody hearing us?
I don't know. I know Peg's in the Facebook chat. Let me see on the Zoom. Nope, just me and you in Zoom, but that's okay.
That's all right.
Okay, so let's take a little break, and maybe when we come back.
So I just have a couple little things, and then we could do what we're the rest of it with whatever you want to do. You know, as far as the reading and stuff like that.
Okay.
I just have a couple little things just to mention, and then it'll take about 5 minutes.
Okay. Well.
Okay. All right. Good.
Okay. I'm just trying to think of a song to play here. I didn't have it ready. So I'll put.
Why Mercury's not retrograde yet? So why isn't it ready?
I'm gonna play Solar. It's called Solar.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm good. All right. Be right back.
Yeah. Okay. We're back.
Hello.
Are you back?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay, welcome back. And we're talking about Mercury retrograde. There's just a couple odds and ends I'd like to bring out on top of what we already talked about. Electronics. I'm not saying it has to happen, but you know, if your computer, your laptop, or your phone, or your TV, or whatever else you're on, your tablet, who knows, or your anything can go crazy. You got to go out of kilter. Any electronics type of thing. Mercury does that at times.
Yes.
And I think because it's in Aquarius, it may be even more so happening because of Aquarius is, you know, about IT and all that kind of stuff. So who knows? And as I said, no contracts, no agreements, no signing anything if you can stay away from that, because usually it's either too many changes can come about, or somebody could be lying to you, or it could be just a bunch of things that are just you won't even think of, and then all of a sudden you have this paperwork and you've agreed and the contract is, you know, you can't change it. You know, so just, I mean, I'm not saying you can't change it, but in most cases you are stuck with it. Okay. Also,
but I've noticed too that when people purchase a car during the Mercury retrograde, they always have problems with it until they finally get rid of it.
I agree. And you know what's going to happen? I have to buy a couple things during Mercury retrograde, and I probably am going to hate them afterwards.
Exactly. Or like you feel you wasted your money on it to be, you know, and shouldn't have, kind of thing.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have to reconsider. It's not going to be anything major, let me tell you that, okay? But yeah. I know I have a closet full of, I have a drawer full of tops and whatever they're still there, okay? I moved. They should have been thrown away or given away. They're still there, and I'm thinking, oh, this is a Mercury retrograde. Yeah, I know this. I wore it once, and I go, oh, gosh, what am I doing? Why did I even buy it?
Right.
Anyway.
But you know what? You see, I was going to do a bunch of these T-shirts, selling T-shirts with different things on them. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And I have boxes and boxes of T-shirts.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it.
So I may use it when Mercury goes direct again. I'm not doing it now, though.
Oh my! I know, but I just don't want to do it. And I think, well, there are a couple things I do need. And I thought, well, if I wear it once, okay, I'm gonna buy it when it's 90% off or something. I'm gonna go buy something that's cheap and I won't care, or it's so on sale that it'll be fine for the moment. Also, this is funny. Take some time out, like we were talking, because you're going to start to feel overwhelmed by the hectic pace. Well, that was me today.
Yeah.
And the past month, it's been crazy. And I know you said the same thing about, you know, you got to take a break.
Yes.
Take a breath. And also, do not hit the send button for emails or Facebook posts unless you make sure all is in order.
I'm very fast with that, because you know how like some things become a habit. You keep doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it.
I know, it's automatic, right?
Yeah,
you don't even think about it. You just go send. and watch, you know, with emails, you don't send it to the wrong person.
Oh, yes.
Which just popped in my head now, and I'm thinking, oh my God, did I send something to the wrong person? Oh my goodness. And
go to your print file and you'll find out.
And no temper tantrums, and no driving if you're upset or angry.
Oh.
How about that?
Yeah. I didn't think of that one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, one more thing about this. If you know where Mercury retrograde is going to be in your natal, where it is in the transit in your chart, that's where you're going to face all this crap. Pardon my French, but that's what it is. You're going to face this craziness. So think about where Mercury retrograde is going to hit in your chart, in your natal chart, and that's where the the slowdown is coming and the craziness. And I just remembered that mine is right in my third house, which is communication. Oh, oh my. Why don't I just go hide?
No, no. I got,
it's in, now remember, it's Mercury is in Leo. So at about 4 or 5 degrees. So where is it in your chart? Do you know?
It's in my 6th house.
Okay, so that's your everyday stuff. You know, your basic everyday, or it could be things you share with others. You know, if your basic working type of situation, or you're generally what you do daily.
But I also got Pluto there.
And where's Pluto in your 6th house?
It's in Leo.
Oh, that should.
Yeah.
Do you know what degree it is?
23.
Oh, no, it doesn't have anything to do with it.
Oh, good. But, you know, I did feel that creativity thing that was going on, like you know, we had said before, because it does. It's
right.
It's like starting something new, fresh. But I wanted to do that before Mercury hit, and I just got it. Mercury retrograde hit, and I just got it done beforehand.
Okay.
So when you do the radio shows that we have, I'm going to have your own Facebook radio show page.
Okay.
Okay, so that's done. That's done, and we got that going. So.
Okay, good.
Oh,
so,
I was in such a rush.
and then the thing is, if it's wherever Mercury retrograde is in, some people have it in they have Mercury retrograde in their chart. Do you? I don't have Mercury retrograde. I mean, Mercury is direct in my chart, and it probably is direct in yours.
Mercury is, where are you, Mercury? I forgot where Mercury was. Okay, here, it's in Sag, my 9th house.
It's not retrograde though, right?
No.
Okay, so for those who might have Mercury retrograde in their basic natal chart, birth chart, it may show up as learning difficulties, especially with reading, writing, or comprehension. Okay, and they may be very shy and hesitant to speak up for themselves. On the other hand, it could change during your life, and in the progress chart, it could become direct, and then something shifts for you, and it becomes quick. The progress is immediate, almost. Like all of a sudden, you get it. You might not have got it all those years with Mercury retrograde in your chart, and then because it was like sitting there, and then it went forward. It went direct somewhere in your life. It could have hit on 20 when you're 20 or 30 or 40 or whatever, and there you go. You have all this ability to do things now. So it just is, it's fascinating. I'd love to hear if people would sometime let us know if they have Mercury retrograde in their natal chart, and I'd like to hear about how their childhood was, and then if it changed, if something changed. It would be interesting. Or how about if you have regular Mercury in your chart, and like going direct all the time, and then it decides to go retrograde in your lifetime, somewhere down the road.
Wait, say that again.
What happens if you have to, in your progress chart, all of a sudden, now you have Mercury retrograde. It was never retrograde, and now somewhere down, like let's say when you're 35, it decides it's going retrograde because it progressed to that date. You see what I'm saying? So things change. Things would change, and you would have a different perspective because you would probably go back and do things over.
Okay, but I have a question on the progressive. Okay, say you were natally born in New York, okay, and you moved all the way out west to another. Does that change it because of the difference in the time zones and stuff?
Well, it wouldn't change the planets. No, it might change your rising sign, but where you were born is what is used. You could do a relocation chart for where you live. If it's someplace that isn't where you're born, in most cases, a lot of times it's the rising. sign is different, and then all the planets are in different houses. But that's just that's not the main effect. That's just a secondary effect.
Mm.
It might give you maybe because you say you're maybe you're Gemini rising normally, but you go somewhere and you become Pisces rising. Well, then that would make a difference. Do you see what I'm saying? But it won't. It's not a major thing. You might change how people see you, but most of the time everything stays the same, except for the rising and the houses it appears in, and it's a secondary effect.
Interesting.
Yes.
I did.
All right.
I kind of knew, but I wasn't sure, so that's why I asked.
That's fine. So that's what we have for the lunar eclipse and full moon, and also Mercury retrograde, which is showing up shortly. So you want to take this now and do the rest of this, and what you.
Well, yeah, I was thinking that doing one card readings because you read cards and I.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or maybe if they wanted a particular, would you be able to look at something in a particular chart area, or should we just go with the cards? And
I think let's do that another time.
Okay.
Let's do that. I think we could do that off and on, and we could do the cards. I think we could do the cards all the time, and maybe the next time we could do a little bit of, if they want to look at something in their chart, that would be fine.
Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is, and I'm going to let you go first because I'm really fascinated because you're using Schuster cards and I'm using tarot cards. So if you would like a one card reading, please let us know. And do you need to shuffle and ask them to stop to say stop when they're ready? How do you do that, Jen? How do you do yours?
And what? Say that again.
Okay. It's like if, I'm going to read for somebody. I'm going to ask them to. I'm going to be shuffling the cards, and I'm going to ask them to say stop.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's how I do it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie. So, if any of our listeners out there, if you're out there, please come on in if you can hear us anywhere, and we'll be happy to do the one card readings for you. So, if you'd like one, please let us know. And if not, well. How about we start off, because until we get somebody in here, we'll do one for each other. How about that? Okay.
All right. Why don't you tell me? I'm going to start dealing. I'm going to mix. And do you have something in mind? I mean, you don't have to say it. If you prefer to keep it private, that's fine. But I'm just going to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mix the cards, and then I'm going to pull one.
Yes. Okay. I do have something in particular that I want to know about.
Okay. All right. You tell me when to stop.
Okay. Stop.
Stop.
Yep.
Okay, there are two cards that are up higher than the rest. I'm doing it a little. Sometimes I do it another way. I'm doing it this way this time and see what happens. Okay. So I'm going to pull the two cards.
Okay.
Oh my!
Oh my!
Wow! Wow!
When I do that.
Wow!
What?
Oh my goodness! Good. I don't even know what to say. This is amazing. You got the one of the it's the best. It's one of the best cards in the deck. Okay, it's a heart with all different little hearts inside. It's almost like whatever you want, ask for. No, it's a fulfillment. It's a fulfillment card in a sense, and it's saying, yeah, go right ahead. You got it. And then the second one is the golden horse, which is a card of good fortune. Now, can you get it? I'm not going to go into major detail right now, but that's next time we do it. We'll go major details. But this time, and I can follow up with this next week because I'll remember these two cards. But I think, yeah, you in all parts of your life, you're like flying high. So how's that sound?
That sounds absolutely wonderful. No, it really does, because it's like I kind of know where I'm going with things, and and I know I have to apply a little bit of caution, because I tend to get very anxious to get something out there and say, look, we can do this, you know.
Oh gosh. Oh goodness. Well, that's why I think I connected with you, because obviously I need somebody to tell me, well, what are you waiting for?
Yes, exactly. And that's our opening song. It's called "What Are We Waiting For?" And like, you know what, if you're going to do something, why not do it? And whether it fails or it succeeds, that's not the point. The point is to enjoy what you're doing.
Yes, I agree. Absolutely.
I enjoy doing this with you, and we seem to mesh pretty good. And I was told by guys tell you, hey, Jen, if you have a radio show, I'll do it with you. But non-God looking, that my guide's looking in and telling me to do this. I'm like, boy, did I just shoot myself in the foot or what? You know, but I didn't. My reaction to my own thought was, nah, this is going to be great. You're going to be yourself. And if you're yourself, she's herself. And that's the best kind of person you need to have in your life. One that's not afraid to be themselves. Okay. Are you still there again?
Yes, I'm here. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So Peg did want to have a card reading, but Peg, if you could just bear with me a little bit. We have 10 minutes to go. I'm going to do one card reading for our host, Jan. So Jan, you got to let me know when to stop shuffling.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Okay, let's see what we have for Jan. I always say a little prayer before. Well, this is really, really nice. Your goals are within reach, and you too are being very careful about how you want to go, how you want to proceed to make it so. You tend to you don't mind sharing some emotional things with people, but you don't want to get too deeply involved as well. So it's like, well, okay, you may add a little here and there to those that you're closest to, but your goal itself is absolutely beautiful there. And the card I have is called the Star, and that is very what do you say? How can I put it? There's stars all around you. So,
is the Star card?
Yeah, it's the Star card.
Oh my God.
Yes, and it's very, very nice. So in the Right Awake cards, it shows a woman. She's got her foot on the surface of the water, not in the water, on the surface of the water. And this is telling me that you're okay and you're open-minded, because what you do does vibrationally go out to a lot of people, because it's there, and it's a clear view that you are giving them. So when you get your insights, you are applying your own words and what you think and perceive it to be. Okay,
yeah.
There's a little bird in the back that seems to be watching you as well.
I know, I haven't seen those cards, but I know what you're talking about. I know what you're, because I have a couple of different decks of tarot, and I think I've seen that one a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, you're very blessed, okay, and you do have a lot of spiritual guidance that comes to you and helps you in things.
Yeah, it does. It does.
And you are on the right path. This card is telling me you are on the right path.
What path is that?
Well, it's in your spiritualness, what you're doing spiritually, and also in what you're doing as far as your health. So the health look is very good. So you're tending to that as well.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, and you're tending to everything because it's just showing, like all the stars up there. You got all these things that you've got going on, but they're all very bright. Okay, they're bright. They're not stars. They're very solid and very light. And I would say to keep going on your path. Stay in tune to the health, and that's the health of all areas, your finances, your personal health, all that. Okay, so yeah, that's what I have for you. Okay, and I think Peg and I hope it was okay.
Yeah, well, that's fine. Thank you. Why don't we let Peg ask a question? Go on.
Yes. Okay. You want me to take Peg?
Yeah, go ahead. Because you know what? I have something I wanted to check on with the one card that I pulled for you, and I'm just gonna, you do Peg, and I gotta think about something real quick.
Okay. So Peg, let me know when to stop, please. You can type it in the page there. I'm shuffling for you now, and I'll be happy to give you your one card reading. Peg, can you hear me? I hope they can hear us because this thing is
yeah.
system.
I hear you.
Oh, hey, how'd you get, you're in, you're in Zoom now. Yay, Peg, thank you. Okay, so,
Stop.
Wait, I stopped. Okay, say stop now when you're ready.
Stop.
Okay, well, all right. Okay, and what I'm just doing now is just saying a little prayer for us, for our guidance. Oh, Peg. Very good card. What I got here is the Strength card. Okay, and it's on the picture itself. It shows a woman that has a very gentle personality, to where when she comes in, she can soothe others, but you also have the strength to stand when you need to, to stand against any challenges that come your way. And she's a beautiful lady, and she has infinity above her head, the sign of infinity above her head. So your spiritualness is there. Your faith is there in what you do and what you are trying to apply in your life. You have courage. You have strength. Although I don't know why, but I got a little something here that shows a little bit of frustration, and that you'd want to get some sort of, you try to work something out that you may feel needs to be worked out. I think you're going to come away with things, what your plans are and your stuff there. You're going to come away with things with kind of contentment with it. Okay, it's not working to what's fully coming your way, but you have the patience. Okay, so you have the patience to endure that and to gently bring about what is needed. And if you cannot receive it from somebody, somehow you turn it around and make it for you, and it's absolutely wonderful. So you do have a lot of love in you, and you know how to talk to people and soothe them. If they're irritable, if they have they're moody or something like that, you can kind of go up to them and try to work with those emotions to help them feel soothing and cared for. Let's see what else. And there's organizing things that you have to get organized that aren't done yet, but they will. But be patient with it, okay? Don't try to hurry up and get it done. Be patient with it, whatever those plans are that you're trying to bring together, okay? So
okay.
You move further. But that's what I get for you in your one card, and I hope it's of help to you.
Yes, thank you. That was great.
Okay.
All right. Hey, I have something I want to just finish up with you. I had to think about a couple of things. That golden horse is success in your life work. And it says but in order for that to happen, you need to keep going with your self-improvement and not to think because you're to this degree of excellence, you need to stop. You just keep going keep working on yourself, no matter how good you're doing. Do you know what I'm saying? And also with the fulfillment, the heart card, which is one of the best in the deck. It's about you have a clearly held image of your big wish, meaning if you want fulfillment, you have it. Whatever you wish for, you got it.
Oh.
But it's almost like you be careful what you wish for, almost, you know? Okay?
But be careful what I wish for.
But I mean, the fulfillment is there. No matter what happens, it's there. And you're on your path, you're on the whole thing. So you two are on path. Yes.
Oh, awesome. Was that for both Peg and me?
What's that?
Was that for both Peg and myself?
No, that's for you. That was the one, the golden horse and the heart card, because the two came up.
Oh, right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Insightful. Very nice. I like that. And I will. Okay, so what about Peg? Do you have something for Peg?
I can give her something quick if you want.
Yes.
Okay.
Sure. That would be great.
Okay. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay. Can we do it again? I didn't pull one because I didn't. I'm going to start right now. And now you can tell me, it was just because I was not shuffling appropriately the way I like to do it.
Oh. Okay.
And I didn't want to pull one. Okay, I'm going to clear everything. And now you can tell me when.
All right. Stop.
Okay. One card is the, let's see, it's the Ouroboros. Is that what it's called? I think so. Let me just think about this. Yeah, the Ouroboros. There's a partnership. You're a union and partnership that is present, and it's also about you're learning how to integrate all parts of yourself into the truth of who you are. Okay, and if you may have done this already, or it's just telling you that it's happening now. And there's a unification of self, and everything is about self, but there's also a partnership that's indicated. Now, even though you're married?
I am, yes.
Yeah. Well, does your husband do something with you?
Yeah.
I mean, as far as this with all the things you do spiritually and everything, does he do that kind of thing?
No.
No. He might. I don't know. I feel like somehow he's going to be involved. I'm not saying it has to be major, but there may be something that he brings to this for you. Also, along with your integration of self. And I feel this integration has been going on for a while, and yet it's going to sort of go beyond what it is now, so that you're going to start feeling, you're going to be giving out more insights. Your insights will come quicker, and you'll start to feel a bit different. So there's a little bit of, and also there's a mental thing here also that could be, you'll be changed. There's some kind of a new perspective you may have on yourself or on others.
Okay.
Okay. That's all I'm seeing right now. But, if something else comes up to me, I'll talk to you again. But I'm just saying right now, that's what's coming through, is that the integration of self and this partnership. Now, maybe it isn't even about doing something with your husband. It could be a partnership with someone else, spiritually, in the sense of putting it out there, being I don't know. I can't even think of what it could be. Like a business. I'm not sure, but it could be that. Could be that. But I almost think it's your husband that has something to do with moving forward here. And it could be just something small or something he says. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
not strong enough for me to pick up on, but I know that it has something to do with a partnership.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
So you have to let me know if something comes out of this.
Yeah. Yeah. And what card was it?
That was the Ouroboros. It looks like a almost like a. I guess it's a. No, it's not a snake. It's just a circle. But it could be like, it looks like a wreath, but it isn't a wreath. And there's some a little bit of flowers up in the corner.
Uh-huh.
It's very interesting. I always look at it as a very it's very positive, quite positive, and it's called the card of self.
Okay. Oh, so it's not a tarot card.
No, it's the pages of Schuster.
Okay.
It's a card of self-sustaining.
Okay.
Okay. And there's, you know what else? There's also of you being self-sufficient, of being able to do things on your own, even though you have a partner. Even you know, he may be there doing things with you, but you also know how to do things. If you don't, you're going to know how to do things being self-sufficient, so that you both can work on your own self.
Okay.
Okay.
I understand that. Yeah, I understand that. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Very nice, ladies. Very nice. I think it was kind of weird that I pulled the star for you, Jan, because of the planets. Okay.
Yes. Now I find that interesting.
Yeah. And you pulled the heart card for me, and I'm very passionate of what I do for others as much as I can. I have a great passion to get people to kind of come out and be their own light, kind of.
Yes, I noticed.
Okay, well, on that note, we are out of time. Matter of fact, we ran a little overtime, but I'm not sure how. I'm hoping one of the systems that I'm using has picked up the audio clearly. And if so, then you'll be seeing more of this and hearing more of this. So thank you very much, Jen. I found this fascinating.
I loved it. It was great.
Yes. And thank you, Peg, for coming in.
Thanks, Peg. Mm-hmm.
And we'll probably see you next week at this time. So
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Peg.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
She's so funny.